You think you want to win until you realize what winning really demands. Everyone loves the idea of success, the applause, the spotlight, the respect, but few are ready to carry the weight that comes with it. I wasn't born the greatest, I became one through pain, through failure, through nights when quitting was louder than my dreams. If you're ready to find out what it really takes to rise, stay with me. They say I was cut from my high school team. That's true. But it wasn't the pain that changed me. It was the lesson inside it. That feeling of not being good enough burned deep. Every missed shot, every doubt, every you're not ready, it all became fuel. People see the trophies now, but they didn't see the mornings before sunrise, the sweat, the isolation, the obsession. You don't chase greatness once a week. You wake up with it, you breathe it, you die for it. There's a price for everything in life. If you love something and your agenda is to win, there's a price you pay. Time, energy, friends, comfort. You can't have all of it and still expect to stand above the rest. When I stepped onto the court, it wasn't about talent anymore. It was about hunger. You can't fake hunger. It's either in you or it's not. And if you don't feed it, it dies. You take a negative and turn it into a positive. You don't run from failure, you learn to live with it. Because every failure, every loss is a teacher wearing a disguise. I missed over 9,000 shots in my career, but those misses are the reason I made the big ones. You don't get to the top by avoiding pain. You get there by walking straight through it. You can train your body all day, but if your mind isn't built for war, you lose before the fight begins. Winning is 90% mental. You can't let fear, noise, or doubt rent space in your head. When I played, I wasn't just competing against players. I was competing against their minds, their emotions. When you control your emotions, you control the game. And life is no different. People think greatness is a solo act. It's not. To win, you have to give up pieces of yourself or others. You learn to trust. You learn to lead. You learn that success means nothing if you stand alone on the mountain. I learned to spend time, to listen, to teach. That's how you build a legacy. Not just trophies, but people who carry your lessons long after you're gone. My father used to tell me, before you make a decision, say what if. Think about the consequences, good or bad, and own them. When I walked away from basketball to play baseball, people called it a mistake. But that experience humbled me. I saw what real hunger looked like in people making $1,500 0 cents a month and still showing up with love for the game. That's what I learned. Passion doesn't depend on money or fame. It depends on heart. When I came back, I wasn't just trying to win again. I was playing for something deeper. Gratitude, purpose, perspective. Winning the next 3 championships didn't mean more trophies. It meant redemption. It meant appreciation. Because success without gratitude will always feel empty. And the moment you forget where you came from, you lose everything that made you great. People love to argue about who's the greatest. Me, Kobe, LeBron, but I don't see it that way. Different eras, different battles. I don't measure myself by numbers. I measure by impact. By how many people learned from my story. By how many refused to quit because they saw I didn't. Being the greatest isn't about being better than others. It's about being better than who you were yesterday. The Jumpman logo isn't just a brand. It's a message. It says, keep rising, even when they doubt you, even when you fall. It's not about flying above others. It's about rising above yourself. Every person wearing that logo is saying the same thing. Do not quit. You're watching this. Don't just listen. Apply it. Your story might not be about basketball, but your fight is the same. You'll fail, you'll fall, you'll cry. But if you stay obsessed, disciplined, and humble, one day they'll talk about your name the way they talk about mine. Not because you were born different, but because you refused to quit. Now, get back to work.